online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Good evening, palettes and mercs. How we doing this evening? Yes, I was singing along to it a little bit. I really enjoyed the tune, and unfortunately, my voice just doesn't do it justice. I tried to, but no, it's not. It does not suit my voice very well. There are some songs that will work fine. Otherwise, not so much. Let's see here. Okay, it is. The audio is working just fine. It appears to. If for whatever reason the audio doesn't sound quite right, let me know. and I'll try to adjust it as I am able to. But we have a very, very important mission here today. But first, we have to head to Pyro. So everyone find your closest ships. We're all jumping into Pyro. And before you go, hello, Annika. It's good to see you back from the Shadow Realm after your sacrifice last week. I did get my money back for that, but I don't think I don't think that's enough for me. And I was petty with that one too, because I called Halo Studios out for that. Boo, Pyro. Nyx is the better hellhole. I mean, yes, but after I show you what I have in mind, well, there's that. Spoilers. Spoilers. Couldn't find a good place to sell that, but don't reboot it. Also, I have mixed opinions on Nyx because, okay. For those who have no idea what the hell I'm talking about, because I realize 90% of people don't play the game, and that's completely fine. And no, I don't have code or anything like that. I'm just happy to play this. There are 3 systems currently, technically 4 if you include Terra, but I don't know if you can actually go to Terra yet. I haven't been there personally. I only went to Pyro like the other day. So yeah, I'm only just been to Pyro. My opinions on Nyx, getting back to that before I lose that train of thought. Nope, Terra isn't there yet. It makes sense. Yeah, I think they said they were gonna be releasing Siege of Orson and whatnot with the next update. The Power Armor, which I'm definitely looking forward to. And, but yeah, Nyx. See, here's the thing. Nyx is too big of a system. Well, okay, it's fine. I'm gonna put that off to the side for a second. Nyx is fine unless you have to go somewhere. And then good luck trying to find a place that will actually help you refuel your ship. Because if you have a fighter, you're going to be refueling a lot. And the beacon will only help you so often. So you'll have to refuel like every half hour if you're in a fighter. And unfortunately, I was like halfway between a fighter and pulling out my Connie Andromeda, which unfortunately the Connie still has the issue where it gets folded by a size 1 missile. So unfortunately, most of that's just going to be me flying around in the Ion, trying to get from place to place. And it's like, you basically have to go halfway across the system. Right now I'm trying to get out of here and head to Pyro. True, my venture only lasts 1 trip. Need to refuel. Yep. Because you did the sensible thing and probably went for something that you don't necessarily have to take that many trips from place to place. I was grinding first Ricos because I wanted the mining ships. So just to show you what I'm talking about, it's not going to show up here, but basically there's a tab that has those missions. Actually, I can show the rep for it. I can't show the contracts, but yeah, I got to Prestige 2 with Ship in Distress, and usually it's somewhere between 50 and 80 GM out, which basically means you're going halfway across the system to help out with a ship in distress. Once you've done that, like 30 times, it gets real old, real quick, just for some mining ships that I'm never going to use. Headhunters, on the other hand, they're like, cool, grind the rep, and then we're going to throw you a special mission. And also, while I have it on the mind, I did post a short about Far Country, and I do have every intention to read it. I'm waiting for that to get shipped here. So we'll see how long that takes. Probably going to take a little bit longer. I tried getting the other one on eBay. I decided to go a different route, but should be. We should be good as far as that goes. Worst comes to worst, I pull up a doc with the book, and we just read it that way. I don't want to, but we'll figure something out. I do want to read some of the other books as well as part of that.
Hi.
What are we doing here? No, I don't want to be here. I'm gonna sit down and yeah, we're going back to the space station, I think. Hopefully. I don't know. Next stop. Did that say Levesky's?
Next stop, Gleason Station, North
Oh,
Border.
okay. I thought that said Levesky for a second. I was like, that's in Nix. Yeah, that's the name of one of the stations in a different system altogether. But Blue Nova, it's good to see you. How about you as well? Any plans on bringing some of the classic Halo books like Reach, The Flood, or First Strike? Yes to all of those. Especially The Flood, because that one has a special place in my heart. Like, that book is responsible for me getting into sci-fi, just like sci-fi books altogether. Like that one was responsible for beginning to be on the other train. I think so. I think I grabbed the wrong one. I am not familiar with Lorville. I was going here just to try to... So basically, I tried to test the mission that we're doing today before stream because I tried to be a responsible streamer to make sure I had everything I needed to put together before I go showing it off. Problem is that I didn't find a place to sell it. The two areas I've seen, Lorville and
Hey there.
I think it was New Babbage.
Hello.
Basically we're like, yeah, no, you can't sell it at all. It's not like there's no demand for it. It's just like, no, you can't sell this here at all. And it's just like, so I think what happens is that I need to sell it at a no questions asked terminal.
Hi.
Doing well. Work is a bit of a pain thanks to engineering goalposts, but whatever. Companies will be companies. I'm sorry having to go through that though. Gems are 8 of the small 8 SCU boxes. No, so Cat's basically out of the bag at this point, but we're going to go steal a ship full of gold, and we're gonna sell it. Now we should be able to sell it on the market, and it should be 64 SCU of cargo, but it all depends on what the station has, and well, I just missed that. Okay, The train said, you're coming with me. You know what? I'm not going to question it. Thank you, game. There is no way I should have made the train, but here we are. All right. Yeah, so you should, I think some of you will recognize the mission as soon as I get there.
Now arriving.
I'm-
Spaceport. Please watch your step when disembarking the train.
Knock on wood that this doesn't happen, right? That's me knocking on the wood. That's not the door back there. We're fine. That I don't have a stream sniper try to grab this from underneath me. It's very possible, and I am concerned about it. However, I basically decided, I basically just decided, you know what? It's a small enough stream. I think everyone's chill. Like, I don't think it's going to be an issue. I love that bug. When the train or elevator just grabs you, it has been trained to railroad you in order to keep you on track. It has been trained to railroad you in order to keep you on track is a hell of a statement. I mean, I'm in your server, but I'm over here in Nick's crunching ships. I get ya. I get ya. Are you crunching the caterpillars for the ship in distress, or did you pay the fee for an actual salvage ship? Nothing against that. I just figured that the caterpillars would probably be a better use of your time.
Hey there.
Yeah, there's 3 of us watching, and I'm in Nick's. Oh, that terminal is not having a good time. It's a free fly event, so nothing's doing too well here. I just need, you know what? Sure. This is the fighter. This is the fighter I was talking about. Philip, it's good to see you. How we doing? We are back to streaming regularly at this point. And we're back to streaming regularly now. Barring like any technical issues, which we all know I'm probably going to have at some point. Like, schedule's back. We're back like full-time streaming. Vacay over? Yes. I wouldn't necessarily call that a vacation so much as it was just like I'm moving and like my entire life is shifting and I'm going literally insane, but it is what it is. Mixing this fee salvage with Rico's salvage missions to make enough material for mission turn-ins. You see, I've always been the type of like person when it comes to salvage to be like, I'd rather just I'd just be like, no, I'm in it for myself. I just want to pay the fee or like go do one of Rico's missions so I can just sell it direct. Oh. Well, my ship doesn't want to take off, so we're just gonna power cycle and then we're gonna lift off. Lift off. Good. Good, good. Yeah, no. I just don't want some. I don't want that to be like something lording over me, like. Pyro gateway. There we go. Not too far, but I don't want somebody luring over me, being like, I need this crap like yesterday. It's like I just want to. If I'm being real, like as long as it's legal in the area that you're at, just, actually, no, I don't know if I can say that on YouTube. Just like drink or something while you're just salvaging would probably be a better way to put it. I don't know if I'm allowed to say the other on YouTube, but I'm sure you get what I mean. I'm in a reclaimer, so I don't get enough yield from Rika's salvage ships in order to turn in the contract. I get that, yeah. Most of the time, I only have like a vulture, like the teacher's shop special vulture, so I only get like 14 SCU per run, basically. So I constantly have big orders of salvage going through the refinery. That's for all the construction mats, right? Because first you scrape the armor, that's recycled material, and then you have the construction mats, which I've never done, because I thought it was just, I thought salvaging was just mostly scraping the armor, and then you sell that and that's it. But no, it looks like you can crunch the entire ship and take the weapons if you want to. Which on Caterpillar, there's not going to be much. Reactor, online. Sensors, online. Weapons, online. All systems nominal. Cozy Moose, it's good to see you. Yeah, you're looking forward to the L22 and the Hull B becoming available in-game next patch. So I'm excited for everyone else when it comes to those two ships. The main thing I'm looking forward to is Power Armor, Siege Warson. I'm part of an org called Dragonfire. Not recruiting for them or anything like that. I just happen to be a member, have a great time with them, and I'm assuming as soon as Siege Warson drops, we're all just gonna drop whatever we're doing, and we're just gonna be grinding that for a couple of weeks, I would imagine. It's gonna be fun. I'm so looking forward to the Power Armor, because as soon as that drops, I don't care what's going on, I'm dropping everything and I'm going to the closest bunker. I am knocking out the nearest Ninetail in Power Armor, and I'm scraping it off them. I don't have Star Citizen, however, I've been thinking of it, but with my game backlog. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. I would play some of that backlog first and figure out, like, I would watch a couple of videos to see what direction you want to go with this. Go with Star Citizen, because Star Citizen it's a massive game, and it doesn't necessarily tell you, it does not tell you what you should be doing. It does not hold your hand, and it says, here's an entire universe, here is everything that you can do. Some things are not as good as others, I will admit. But it's basically, you have the freedom to do what you want. And unfortunately, without the right information, you don't really have a great place to start from. So, play some of that backlog, look into what you want to do. Like, in my case, I love combat. Security wasn't for me, and frankly, I've been doing that for a long time now. That's why I jumped into headhunters after I realized that I could make a ton of money being a pirate and basically do the exact same thing. Star Citizen, nice. I look forward to the Juggernaut Armor 2. I already have the L21 plus the Axon repeaters and the Colby Fledged. Nice. Star Citizen is very time consuming. You kind of need someone to take you under their wing. Yeah, I would say that's about accurate. I would say for me, I didn't necessarily have that. Like, don't get me wrong, the org has helped quite a bit. I would say the org has helped out quite a bit. If I'm needing things, they've got my back. But when it came to like learning about some stuff, it's like I still I kind of figured out what I wanted to do on my own, and I'm still kind of figuring it out, but I still like enjoy the game because I just kind of slow down and go, this is absolutely beautiful, and I might not know what the fuck I'm doing, but I'm still making millions. Like right now I'm sitting at 500,000, but that's about to change. You can smuggle, you can do smuggling in Star Citizen, mainly buying illegal goods in small amounts, bringing those to places where you can sell them for a lot. Absolutely, you can do that. And for the bunkers as well, for the Foxwell missions, you can do a little bit of that as well. Instead of like actually destroying the goods, which sometimes they don't spawn correctly. First place, so there's that. But if you get the right ones, you can sell it at Grimpex, or I think there was a shipyard with no questions asked. However, I don't recommend the shipyard because that's usually covered in pirates, so do be careful on that one. Like player pirates, like people who actually let's see, mostly help is needed for learning how to avoid bugs, constant workarounds. I'm lying to the junk pointer. Mail is kind of annoying. Yeah, a lot of the bugs tend to be an issue, and I've been fortunate enough to kind of just jump into chat sometimes, or at least figure it out myself. Like you saw earlier when I was taking off from the hangar back at Lorville, my ship just wouldn't lift off. You just power cycle the ship and then go from there. And there's other bugs as well that we'll probably run into, and I'll mention when it becomes relevant. But yeah, I play Elite Dangerous. I have a love for smuggling. Oh, I get that. I get that. Tuning. Blue Nova, thank you for the 10 gifted memberships. To those of you who just got a gifted membership, you now have access to the Mad Cat and the Irby Era 4, as well as other emotes. Please enjoy responsibly, no blowing up other people's chats, and enjoy. Like I said, we are gonna get to Far Country as soon as we can. Not that I want to, but a deal's a deal. I went for a sip of coffee and it was a bad time for that. Funnily enough, the wormholes don't damage your ships, but you're welcome. Yeah, Blue Nova's been awesome with that. We appreciate you, Blue Nova. yeah, I'm gonna head towards Starlight. That's where I first picked it up. There. I would bring the. I rented a ship for this. However, I'm gonna be real with you. What? Why was that in the wormhole? There was just a random asteroid in the jump point. Hitting wormhole walls just distorts damage to no real risk. No real risk yet until they decide to change that. You never know, it's certainly plausible. Goodness. Coming out of that wormhole with just a burst of speed. Alright, where's Starlight Station? Yeah, it's a cluster of points. Let's see if I can find it better here. Then suddenly all the demons end up in your ship. Who said I was trapped in here with the demons? They're trapped in here with me. Not because I'm dangerous, because I'm gonna drive them fucking nuts. Well, luckily changes don't come very fast in Solaris, and we've been on tier 0 item recovery for a while now. Yeah, it's probably a good thing too, because like we've been dealing with so much stuff just being lost, like ships, for example. I lost the I think it's the abrasive scraper modules for my Vulture, just simply due to the fact that like I've had random issues with it, had it randomly explode, so went to go claim it, and I think I either claimed it the wrong way or whatever, but yeah, no. Crash recovery, anything like that, just, yeah, it's been a mess. Northern Sales, how are we doing today? It's good to see you, Kyla. Yeah, we'll get to Starlight Station. I'm gonna set my spawn here, just for the sake of all this, and then also you might notice that there is no music at the moment. I turned it off just for the moment, just so I can hear a little bit better. Because once we get inside, like, again, you'll kind of understand what I'm up to in a moment. And I'm certainly not taking this thing, because I've already had enough. I've had enough glitches with this thing. This thing goes from hangar to hangar right now. And that's all I want to do with it, because I've ran into an issue where if I go into 0G, it will lock me in that, it will try to lock me in that animation, and you can't do anything. Like, you can try to get out your gun, you can try to like move, but you're not allowed to, because the game still thinks you're in that animation. Until it decides that, hey, this player has left the fighter, you're not escaping the animation. So I don't know if that's a very common bug, or if that's something just, what, with low server FPS. I think it's just low server FPS, if I was to imagine. Yeah, lost a crafted Razor Scraper a while ago. It'll take me weeks and a fortune in the Rick Rocker exclusive mining rights fees to get high quality Sandra gems to make another one. See, at this point, I have not bothered crafting anything. Of the high quality items I have, I do have a P6 sitting back at Lebowski waiting for me. It's a 900, or basically as close as you get. I paid a pretty penny for it, which I was able to do because of trading and whatnot, especially with a lot of the ship components I got from Ship and Distress. But I cannot be asked to figure out how to do all the mining and whatnot in order to craft that. I tried some of the ore scanning missions, like for space missions. I do not know how that works. Like, I understand, like, oh, this frequency corresponds with this ore, but like trying to crack the rock and then having to refine that is just... I'd rather pay somebody else to do it, and even if it's millions of UEC, like, I can afford that now. So, I like crafting. I have a nice rifle that I made myself. That's good. Give me 1 second. Alrighty. We are pulling up to Starlight Station, and let me see if that quest is available. Dun, 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 dun. I think it's under Bounty Hunter, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not seeing it. Could be under the wrong one. Mercenary. I think it's under Mercenary. Hold on. Yep. Goods for the getting. I'm not going to get it just yet. Mostly because I don't have the ship that I want. Like, I want to be ready to go. Like, if there's anything I need to do, like setting spawn or anything like that, so I don't go all the way back and have to redo all this, would be good. The ore scanning missions are troublesome. You have to wait until scan the rock after they get the yellow marks. If you scan too early, they won't count. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that to the people who know that industry better than I. Don't get me wrong, I could probably like try to figure it out. It's not for me. I have no interest in that field. I do appreciate you explaining it, though. I do appreciate that you took the time to explain that, and well, to some extent, it does make sense. It's just, in my opinion, for those missions, it's kind of more trouble than it's worth. Especially with them paying, like, what, 40, maybe 40,000. Like, if you're going for the rep, sure. Like, all day, every day. I get that. No worries. Us blue-collar industry players enjoy having customers. Damn straight. Damn straight. Like, that. And don't get me wrong. You will have a very vested customer indeed. Because... I'm the type of person who'll be like, I'm sitting here with a bunch of UEC burning in my pocket, and I need to see how I can spend it. So, do I want to use the cutlass for this? I think the answer is yes. Sure, why not? I'm not gonna, it's not like I'm gonna be, yeah, it's not like I'm actually gonna be, it doesn't really matter. I just need a ship to get me. Oh, okay. I was like, what is going on? Why is my ship just phasing through the floor? I've already had Lebesky eat my ship a couple of times this week. I don't... Okay. What am I looking for? I'm looking for my inventory, which is a separate menu. You'd think it wouldn't be, but... Oh, I need a set spawn, too, before I leave. I'm just, like, so gun-ho to leave that I'm risking going back to Lorville. Although, actually, no, I wouldn't go back to Lorville. I would go back to New Babbage because that's my primary spawn is set in at my primary facility. So either way, I'm going back to Stanton if I die. So best we don't have that happen. And yes, you did see that helmet correctly. Let me see if I can... Yep, you did see that helmet correctly. And I'm just gonna go ahead and take that off while we're here. Yes, I put it back on. It was more just so I could...
You looking for anything in particular?
Just so I can more easily mess with it, but it's a cool looking helmet. My armor's kind of a mishmash anyways right now until I get, I'm hoping to get the Palatino set. Alright, I think I pronounced it correctly. But the Merc 1's gonna cost me about 8 mil, I think. So, might be a little bit before I get it. I have that too, and the brighter pink one. I got it for free. I was trying to pay for it, and the person I got it from was just like, no, I don't want anything for it. And I was trying. I was like, I want to pay you for it, but they were a kind soul, and they gave that to me along with a flight suit, which is currently at New Babbage. The only reason I don't have that equipped right now is because I'm going to be the flight suit anyways, is because I'm gonna need the heavy armor for what's coming up. You look in rough shape. You good? I don't know. You seem like you're... You know, I did not my circus, not my monkeys. You're not responding, so we're... Wait. I have a med gun. Hold on. She's fine. She's 100% fine. Okay. Yep, she's 100% fine, and I don't know. I don't care. We're moving on. It's very nice. Yes, it was. I think that helmet was relatively inexpensive, but still, it was nice of them. Chat, I'm looking forward to that Palestine armor. It's the Merc 1, so it has a very... How do I put this? It has an Infinity Blade vibe to it. If you haven't played the game, you need to. Unfortunately, it's not on the Apple Store anymore, because thank you, Fortnite. I'm not joking about that either, because it's a long story, but basically they went to play the Infinity Blade into Fortnite. Chair wasn't very happy. I think Apple's basically like, yeah, we don't want that content going on to a different platform. It was a whole kerfuffle. It ended up with that game being removed from the store, and for all intents and purposes, I think it's lost media now, which is very unfortunate because it was a good game. At least I think so. I don't know. Man. Vampire Fit Zombie. That's the thing, though. I had a look at their drug level on the net gun. They didn't have anything in their system that I could detect. Again, it's a mobile medic. It didn't seem like that was the thing. Okay, so we need to go to Bloom first. And Bloom, remember to put on helmet before you EVA. Oh shoot, you're right. I didn't put on my helmet. Okay. As soon as we get to Bloom, I'm gonna exit the seat and then just put that on real quick, because yeah, I'm not risking that. Because once we get there, it's gonna be high intensity until we get to Rat's Nest. So, okay. I'm getting ahead of myself. Helmet first, and then we go over the plan. Because, yeah. Okay. Helmet. Put on. Hello, Pon. How we doing today? All right, so tentative plan. We're just gonna back up a little bit. This is the place where we're going. We are stealing a ship filled full of gold, and then we are heading for what's known as Rat's Nest. That's gonna be over here. This is the station that we're going to attempt to sell to. So we're just gonna rip on out of there. Like we're the most wanted criminal in the entire system. In this case, we're not, but, you know, yet the day is young. We're gonna go over here, and then, goodness, I can't see which, oh, thank goodness it's this one, right over here, maybe. I think that one's it. We're about to find out. Seems to be the right distance. So, essentially, what this contract is. Goods for the getting. You'd figure that if people were planning on a big heist, they wouldn't just leave the details laying around the spectrum. Where anybody could just hack them. But hey, their loss is your gain. Currently, a cargo-heavy ship is locked down in the hangar of an asteroid base. The only way to access it is via the station's elevators. Once you get inside, you'll be able to use the console to override the lockdown and get everything out of there. Probably sell you the coordinates, but the rest is up to you. Guess their loss will be our gain too. So basically, pirates are trying to get money from coordinates, which then I'm stealing from pirates to sell for myself. If none of that made sense, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Essentially, big gains is about to happen, hopefully. That's what we're hoping for anyways. Alright, this is where things get dicey, because I've only done this once, and, well, this part is rough. So, what we're trying to do is we're trying to do a quick insert into this area. There should be a spot where I can access the lower part in the ship and just kind of stuff this thing in it. From pirates, to pirates, by pirates, for pirate. Yes. That's exactly what we're doing. We got faith in you, boss. We'll see. We'll see. You know, knocking on wood that this goes smoothly. I'm not so much concerned about the pirates themselves. Like, I'm not worried about the NPCs or anything. I'm more worried about other players. Okay, that is a Taurus. Actually, is that a... Okay, that is not a player. We're fine. I thought that was a Taurus for a second. That actually is a Taurus. Okay, that is Outlaws. We're fine. I was suspecting that was a player trying to swoop in and grab the gold, because work smarter, not harder. Unless you're trying to move the gold, which then, well, grab a tractor beam and you just heave ho. Alright, looks like we're coming in from the back? Question mark? I don't know. This is my second time doing this, so expect things to be... Expect a little, expect things to be a little bit, by ear. But basically, I'm trying to shove my ship somewhere between the pillars here and get into the bottom part here. Trying to avoid all the turrets and the other ships in the area. Yep, there's another one. But if I shove my ship into there, I shouldn't have too many concerns of the other ships themselves. We'll see. You know what? I don't care. I don't care about the... I'm just gonna... You know what? This is fine. Damn, they're hitting hard. They're hitting hard. We need to go. We need to go right now. Yeet. Yep, there was a turret. That's fine. Alright. Alright, this is fine. This is fine. Because the ships inside, we should be able to take it straight to Rat's Nest, and that's fine. The only opposition that should be here is the other pirates. I'm not planning on fighting them, so I'm just gonna whip out the medic gun and... Oh. Yeah, that happened the first time. Rip Onica's ship. Oh, what the hell? They were not there before. Huh? Yeah, rip ship. Turret's got it, but it was for 5 mil. Yeah, it's worth it. Yeah, I'm not good with that.
We got trouble. I got you covered.
Somebody else can put you out of my misery. All right. There's still bullets whizzing past me. Please no. Please no. Who the devil? Elevator. Faster. Faster. Please. I love how the elevator still jingles, even though this place is just the opposite of cheery right now. Sam Kite, hello. How are we doing today? Don't mind me. I am just in the middle of a pirate operation. Yep, it's exactly what it looks like. I'm about to commandeer a whole set of gold, and you need to leave right now. Don't ask any questions. The Miss Farrer should be fine. I don't know why the panel was glitching out for a second, but yep, we need to go. We need to go now. If I could just not pilot like I've been on the Space Pickles, we'll be fine. Okay. Shoot. Rat's nest. Calculating. Route. Got it. Okay, we might have to pass near the turrets, but we should only be there for a couple of seconds, if anything else, so. Go, 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 go. You got this. And that's how it's done. Now, now you might be wondering just how many crates are in the back. There are 18 crates back there, and they are all full of gold. Now, I don't know if I'll be able to sell it, is the issue. For some reason, I wasn't able to sell it earlier. However, this is the second time I've been able to pull this off. Easy peasy. Remember when Keys was trying to fly that Covenant dropship and Halo Combat Evolved? Your takeoff reminded me of that. Yeah. Well, it's mostly because I don't fly in third person all that often, and especially when I'm just trying to leave as fast as possible. Okay. So this place, as of the last week, I think had a fairly high inventory of gold. So this could be a fool's errand. I don't know. As is, I'm going to trade with them and see what I can get. I think I can just, should be able to just store the ship, and then technically the ship can despawn. Knock on wood that doesn't happen, but it can, from what I've been told. So it's possible. I'm just gonna probably best if I just put it into the hangar and then store it, try to sell it from there. Because I should be able to. Is the gold not selling it a glitch? Why would you do this? Why? So technically, yes, Alright. Did it just despawn mid-flight? Yes. It's always Ashland. Ashland was looking pretty full. Why am I in New Babbage? No, I shouldn't be in New Babbage. I set my spawn point to what? No, we all saw that I set my imprint to what happened? Okay, so here's the thing. The ship can despawn mid-flight, which is why you're supposed to put the ship there and then offload the cargo there. However, I was just like, I'm going to take the ship over to Rat's Nest directly. Regeneration. That doesn't make any sense. Okay. First off, we're switching servers. Mostly because I need to have a refresh on that mission. So it just completely despawned, which can happen. I knew that risk. It happens. I didn't think it would happen so quickly. Like, I thought it would be enough to get me there. I think that's the same server. I may have to switch server locations to get me a different server, but anyways, after that, I, for some reason, didn't spawn back at Starlight, which I had done on purpose, so that way I'd be right next to the thing, and I just server hop, and that's that. Because otherwise, I'm doing other missions for an hour until I can get that again. That was hilarious. Oh, that's going to be a short for sure. That's definitely going to be a short. Want me to log on assist? I can bring a big ship that can easily carry that gold. I appreciate it. I'm just gonna okay. Oh, also, I got this a little while ago. I finally got the chance to do Balakar. Since we're gonna be waiting, I might as well show this thing off. You can fight Xena threat in FPS though. Oh, that must be in Pyro. Yeah, that must be Pyro. I was about to type, by despawn, do you mean in flight? Well, not inside of it, then despawned. Yes, it will take the ship from you as if it was a player ship. Which is just so weird to me, but like, sure. Yeah, I think Respawn's have been getting problems about the same time. Oh, F4 crash protect stopped working viably. Yeah, it's so weird. It acted like that was my, like the ICU was bricked. But anyways, this is the Atlas path. Unfortunately, it cannot jump at the moment. There's no way to make it jump currently. But it is a fun little mech, and at some point, I do want to take this out. Thank you for the head pat. Oh, I can actually fire in the hangar. That's odd. I forgot that I can do that. Yeah, these just have normal repeaters. And these are like ship repeaters, so as long as you can hit it, you can take down a light fighter with this. But this is mostly overkill for, these are mainly for dealing with Valakar, like the giant worms, and mainly like helping out with 9K on the whatnot, but yeah, I would love to take this out at some point, but it's not going to be today, I don't think. Alright, we are gonna head back to Pyro and we're just gonna try this again, because that basically was basically all the gold. The ship just gone. And yeah, still need to get myself an ICA one day. The best way to do it, and I hate to say it, the best way to get it is through an org. I will say, for the sake of prosperity, that you can get it solo. You can absolutely get it solo, but here's basically what you're gonna need. You're gonna need a tool, a multi-tool with the tractor beam attachment, or and the mining attachment for pearls. LMG, you're gonna need like 50 clips or something to kill the worm. You also have to go get the ASD key from Pyro 1. Like, I was prepping for it. I was gonna do it solo, but you can do it solo. It is a pain in the rear to get done, but you can do it by yourself. I know, luckily I'm in a big org. Yeah, and you should ask your org if they're willing to do Valakar. Because, like, that is not something you want to do solo. Like, I knew I was going to be fighting an uphill battle doing that. Because, like, remember, I said it requires about 50 clips to kill, like you should have like 50 clips on you for your LMG. It takes about 40 to kill the worm. Like the giant worm, the giant boss worm, and yeah, it's a pain. If you have another player, you can get the ICA and it can go a little faster, but yeah, no. Like, it took, I had 4 people with me when I did that. I think it was closer to 6 people were there for that one. They had logged off, but some of them logged off, some of them stayed, some of them left, just because we were having trouble finding the egg. But I think 4 people ended up staying, like the entire fire team, so. Took us about 15 minutes to kill it, I want to say, like between the LMGs, the boom tubes, and all that. Giant worms, the spice must flow. The spice must flow, yes. It is June o'clock over here. Last time we did Valakar, the server died a few seconds before the Valakar did. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Ugh. That is the worst. Dang. Yep, getting the dang egg to spawn is a pain. I think we went through 2, maybe 3 sites. I think we went through all 3 of them. And we finally, like, on the last one, we got it. But I ended up with a Sterling suit as a souvenir, along with the Igka, right? But, yeah, I got that as a, basically as a memento for doing all that. And luckily we could use the freight elevators, because having to drag all those fangs back, like, especially if somebody's hunting you while you're trying to do Valakar, is just the worst. Because you'll have players who are just like, here, I'll turn on the music while we're going through here. I'm not gonna make you sit just idly with me. See if it... Is the music bugged? See if it wants to play it, but in any case, yeah, sometimes you just have players who will just hunt you down relentlessly. If they even suspect you're doing anything with a lot of... There we go. That's a little bit better. Yep, other players trying to snatch your hard-earned worm bits. Because here's the thing, those fangs go for 1 to 2 million a piece, usually. Pearls are about the same. The pearls you turn into Wilco, and you can get favors that way. I think it's either favors or Polaris bits. I forget. I don't do much with Wilco besides Kato, besides like the Idka, because I had a bad enough experience with that, and I'm just like, because after we killed the worm, and the next day I got the fangs all the way to the place, but we transported it in somebody else's ship because I didn't have a ship that had a shielded cargo. Basically, so pirates didn't think that we were transporting anything of value. That person had to log off. I couldn't get into the cargo bay for an hour. The ship was glitching out on us beforehand, so we couldn't access the cargo. Finally get that player back online. Got into the cargo bay. Yay, it works. I store it, and then the game starts glitching out, like not accepting. It ate the first atlas I threw at it. It wouldn't accept the Atlas Geo because it wasn't the right one. So I had to go to a PFA site and just literally, I showed up in my cutlass, swung open the door, took my tractor beam, swung in the Atlas, slammed the door, and just ripped out of there. Like, somebody on the ground must have went, oh, here comes a cutlass just ripping by, just abducted this Atlas from Ninetail, and then just booked it out of there. I was not having a good day. That was 6 hours for that damn thing. They cannot have the spice. The easiest way to get Polaris bits is by turning in 1 SU of quantum with 0.01 SU of quantium in each, scamming Vulko by giving him an almost empty box of quantum feels so good. After that, yeah, no, because I almost didn't get my Itka out of that, either because the fangs or the Atlas just glitching out. Now I tried to make it jumpy because who doesn't want a flying mech with lasers on it? Because I definitely wouldn't want that. I definitely wouldn't want a mech with jump jets. She lies through her teeth as every single abomination she's built has just crushed everything from above, just whether it be the queen crab, the what was it? I didn't have the charter at the time. I think that was gosh, I think that was I don't remember what mech I threw jump jets on. It's been so long since I've played the original Battletech, but or like 2018, like the actual campaign, or as the community refers to it, you know, the tutorial. In which I'm still not that good at the game, but I try my best. I try my absolute hardest. And yes, I know I'm wearing heavy armor and I probably shouldn't be piloting a fighter like this, but a little extra blood flow to the head never hurt anyone, right? I say that as somebody who games quite a bit, and all the extra blood just flowing as soon as you get up is probably the worst thing for you. We make do. We make do. Out of all of that, the thing that confuses me the most about that entire misadventure was, cool, I lost the cargo, but like, I swear I clicked the button to make sure I spawned back at Pyro, because I had the foresight to be like, hey, something's probably going to mess up. We need blood flowing to the head for the brain to work. Oh, maybe that's why my brain hasn't been working too good. I mean, there's got to be an explanation for it somewhere. Got to be an explanation somewhere. But who knows? I know not why. I know not why I seem to be okay. Okay, look, listen. Maybe don't give the audience motion sickness. She says she nearly blacks out trying to get into this jump point. I do like the fact that you have to travel and whatnot. Like, I do like the jump points too. It's I swear I'm gonna have to look back at the footage and see if I clicked that button or not, because I swear I did. But it didn't even say like anything about the Starlight facility. It was just immediately like, hey, you're heading back to New Babbage. It's like, please don't send me all the way back. Because we may spend all this time trying to get back there, and then it's like, yeah, sorry, that quest is still on cooldown, because I should have abandoned it after I got the Starfare, but, or well, not the Starfare, I think it's a Freelance Merc. I should know that because I had that thing for like 2 years, and when I first started playing Star Citizen, and I kind of grew to hate it only because it was the thing that I flew the most, and I wasn't making enough to buy another ship or anything like that, so it was just like, cool. I'm stuck with this ship. I don't really like its layout all that much. And I think I ended up melting that one. I'm pretty sure I did. Pretty sure I melted that one, but okay. Starlight service station. I am out of fuel. That's fine. We'll apparently have a light lag spike before I head over to the station, try to see if I can politely badger them for some fuel. I think the station's over there. It's kind of a mess over here. Also, checking something real quick. Okay, it's good. I'm just checking to make sure that the stream hadn't crashed because I'm still using Streamlabs, and Streamlabs has been, how shall we say, not very good at keeping a stable connection sometimes. Not sure if that's something on my end or if that's like just Streamlabs being its normal software self, but either way, sometimes it drops the stream, so always good to check. I'm gonna be real, I don't want to really call up a hangar and all that. I'm trying to see if there's a pad somewhere. It looks like there's a pad over there. Yep, that looks like a pad. Which, honestly, these are a little bit better. Like, I've been using these a lot more recently because you can rearm and somehow repair from these pads. So you can just, I'm just kind of roughly set her down. Clunk. Ooh, that actually kind of damaged the... We'll just patch that up a little bit, and we won't worry about that too much. That's weird, it didn't patch up the... Did that give me the fuel? It did give me the fuel. Okay, so it just... For some reason, I think when I clicked both, it did the first one. Like the first one that I clicked. Just buff out the scratches. Yeah, we just don't, we don't pay attention to that wing. It's fine. It is just fine, and... It's just fine, we don't need to worry about it. It is just fine. Okay, we're gonna spool up that quantum drive and Starlight Station. Okay, so in that case, I'm just gonna... I'm not looking forward to unloading that thing right there. But I'm gonna shove my... I guess I take the Constellation with me. Because it has enough SEU. It's just... I'm not looking forward to having to load all that right there at the station before that ship despawns. And that's assuming I can get the mission again. Although I think it's taken about, what, half an hour to get back here, so watch out for that Idris and the javelins. Gray armor. I think the real enemy that we have to worry about right now is the servers. The Constellation goes through the round hole. Yeah, and gets one shot by size 1 missiles. Like, I don't think you understand how much PTSD that damn alarm sound has given me every time I pilot that thing. Because I go from, I'm having a great time, these size 5 guns are amazing, to, oh heavens, there's this size 1 missile behind me from this little dinky, it might as well be a snub-nosed fighter. A little dinky sub-nosed fighter just launched a size 1 missile. And I'm just throwing out everything. Decoy, noise, anything. Chaff, hopes and prayers. Just dump it out the back and hope that it doesn't hit. Because if it does hit, it's clipping through and it's destroying the power plants. And you might get lucky and it might repair itself. You might get lucky, but most times, probably not. And with them not being physical, I can't use the multi-tool to repair it. So I'm just kind of left without a solution. Servers were never your friends. Up all night to get lucky. The Freelancer Max also has enough space, but it's a lot easier with somebody else waiting outside the ship ready to receive the cargo and help dude. Did offer to come help my Starlines. You're fine. You're fine. I do appreciate it. It's mostly I just want to see if I can it's mostly just the fact, like, right now, I don't know why, but for streams, I'm more just, like, trying to balance out, like, trying to communicate with chat, like, trying to do this, and then trying to communicate with a teammate, just it's too many things going on at once. So unfortunately, I don't know if that would work out very well in this particular case. I do appreciate the offer though, I really do. I thought the server were my friends, but I know better now. Yeah, no, the servers, they dropped to, oh, hello. I pressed this on purpose, however, I just wanted to see, like, what, I forget how to do the server FPS thing, but Pyro's probably the most stable right now, with the free fly event going on right now. If you want to test out Star Citizen, it is having a free fly event. Again, I do not have a code, I'm not sponsored, I want to make that very clear. If you're enjoying what you see here and you want to play for yourself, there is a lot of other people that can get you into this game. That's not what I'm here for. I'm just here to have a good time, and if you want to experience that, that's there for you. But I'm not here to influence you to that point. I'm just here to have fun with this, and that's my thing. I used to stream selling Rock Breaker. What is Rock Breaker? Like, are you referring to mining, for example? Also, you can't pirate my gold. You don't have me. What if I want to have a... What if I want to have a bedtime? Well, that's up to you on that one. I'm back. Had to show the electricians how to do their jobs. That... Yeah, I've seen that before. So, I used to work at this theater. I might have mentioned it before. It was a family-run venture, like 3 generations at least were in the family, and the grandparents of this family business used to be an electrical engineer. And one of the light bulbs went out on one of the ceiling fans, not in the theater, but in like the surrounding apartment. Like they had an apartment that was connected to the theater. So it was like a, okay. So you have your theater at the far end of this setup. You have like a mall strip that used to go over the river, right? But unfortunately, a lot of that burnt down back in 13. So what you're left with is essentially a couple of shops, the apartments on top, which they basically lived out of, and then the theater. So he's trying to switch out this light bulb. Unfortunately, he's mostly lost his mind at this point. It's not a, I'm not being mean to him, he's just literally, like, unfortunately, he's just losing his mind. And he goes to unscrew this thing, and then he goes to touch the wires. I don't know why, but thankfully we managed to stop him before he managed to fry himself like a like Tom and Jerry and whatnot. Just I swear half my job was just to make sure that poor guy didn't fry himself, walk off, or just generally just disappear. Aren't you sponsored by whatever Roombas and Smart Fridges Pure Tide spills the dropship with? I mean, I guess, but again, that's kind of more like the brand gave us that stuff, I guess. I don't know what you'd want to call that. Rockbreaker is the big asteroid mining bases next, where you reactivate the big laser to knock holes in the big asteroids and fly inside of it. Okay, I think I remember something about that a while ago. I do have this one. I might go for the Freelancer Max then, since we're having to go through the trouble of grabbing this. So, is this here? Please tell me this quest is here. Please, please. Okay. Okay. We haven't... Either I didn't hop to another server, or unfortunately that quest just has to reset, and that's not gonna happen right now. Need somebody taken care of. They're holed up in an asteroid base. Not sure you care who they are, but their name is Trey Renshaw. Not much to tell. Local thug killed somebody who was connected. They've been on the run, so they're going to be skittish. I'd approach with caution. Stows out. Cool. Yeah, we'll take care of this. Reach asteroid base, locate and neutralize. Okay. Tell you what, we'll lower this, and then I guess I'll take the Starfighter. Oh, it does it have a 45-minute cooldown timer? It does. So the way you avoid that usually is to take the quest, you grab the ship, and then you abandon the quest before you take off. I forgot about it because ADHD, streamer brain, my head's at like 3 different places right now. That or you server hop. But unfortunately, my attempt to server hop didn't work, so right now we're just we're pivoting and doing something for the headhunters and being filthy pirates. And I don't know. I'm just trying to wait that out. What if I want to have a bad time? Good old pyro, where you'll probably catch something walking on the stations. You know, I'm not gonna lie, I love how aesthetic the hangars are to each place that they're part of. That was weird. The music kind of shifted for a second. I thought my headphones were dying, but they were on the charger for a little bit, so wouldn't suspect they'd be going out with this or... Yeah, no, it does have a 45-minute cooldown timer, so probably go do a mission or something, and we'll just come back to it. Also, Pyro, a place where everyone needs recycled food. Or the rat on a stick, as you would see with some of the locations. Which I gotta say, the way the rat was barbecued, I was actually like, I'd be willing to try it. As for the reclaimed water, I don't know if I trust it, but at least it's water. At least it is some form of water. And the Sly word, in the words of Sly, that's a good rat burger. I mean, look, you put some sort of meat on a bun, like, I'm sure that you could, I'm sure it'd be tasty. Probably want to debone it first, but I mean, either way, like, bound to be good. I'm gonna go over to Obituary, even though I don't really want to. As long as it gets me a little bit closer to the site. Am I out of... I am out of fuel. I guess we're stopping here then. Is there any pads? Is this even a... This looks like a station. Yeah, this looks like a station of some sort. Now, whether it's gonna have a pad or not, I don't know. Worst comes to worst, we can always try to request a hangar. Maybe try some long pork. I hear that can be good. Alpha. You wouldn't be trying to set me up for something, would you? Because I feel like that's... I feel like that's a joke, and I just don't... I don't get it. So, I'm a... What is that a pad? I guess that's a pad. That's like... The Angry Militant, hello. Thank you for the $10. Yo, I mean, long time no see. So Star Citizen... So, is Star Citizen even playable right now? Or do you still trip and die on staircases? Well, so I would say the last patch was really good, and then 4.9 was bad. Like, there's been so many bugs with this last patch, or just like the last couple of like 4.9 was just a bad patch altogether. The hot patches try to fix that, but like not much to be done on that one. All right, we're just gonna do that. Should be fine, and then okay, we can. Why is it? What? I'm confused. That says we have a full tank, but that was saying I didn't have enough fuel. Or was it just blocked? Yeah, it says insufficient fuel, but we'll give it a shot. Worst comes to worst, I call for it. Why is... I'm decoupled. That's why. What? Why? Why is this thing so unruly? What is going on? I'm missing one of my ailerons from the landing. All right. You know what? Sure. Sure, so no afterburners and also my landing gears. Can you... Why? Wow, this thing is unruly without that aileron. Yeah, it says insufficient fuel, but I don't believe you. It's gonna reset as soon as I bet you, because it said that I was full up on fuel when I landed, so. You know it's bad when a Tarkov player is like, man, the lack of directions. Also remember, GPS function just not working. That more than anything else maybe, but I get that. I do. It says that I'm almost out of fuel. Okay, it's not updated. Why wasn't it letting me refuel what the... I guess they didn't offer quantum at obituary, so... Okay, cool. Drop out of quantum and then beacon. We'll be fine. Right? Create a beacon, refuel, broadcast beacon. We're fine. Again, not something I really wanted to have to do, but when you're already having to make things work, you just figure out ways to make things work. Wow. This is, yeah, this is not... I have flown near-dead cutlasses that piloted better than this thing when it's damaged. Okay, we're just gonna do that. Okay, at least it extended the... At least it extended the fuel... At least it extended the, I don't know what you call that. I guess it's the fuel line. I can't move forward enough. All right. Okay, that should be fine. I'm just gonna nudge myself forward a little bit. Long fork. No. I knew you were trying to set me up for a joke. I just didn't know which, I didn't know what you were trying to... I didn't know what you were trying to pull. All good. It would just been funny. And I was trying to let her that out. I would not have known that. I would not have known that. No, 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 no. Do not leave. Do not leave without giving me fuel, please. Where was I supposed to... Oh, there we go. Oh, are we going back to the same... We're going back to the same place that we were at. Well, ain't that funny? We're heading right back to where we were going before to pick up the gold. So this ought to be fun. So my guess is we go. I guess we go in the same way that we did before. Now we can debate on what classifies as cannibalism. Is eating a cat girl is a cat girl eating cannibalism? Are we talking true cat girl, canoping cat girl? Because no to the first, yes to the second. So, okay. I was not born a cat girl. I had the implants, but what? Why? Well, oh. Okay. All right. Well, we fly like this now. I will find a way. Why is... Oh, does it not... Well, we are moving. We are moving very quickly. But, yeah, no, that damage was a lot more significant than I thought with their compellence. That's almost as bad as being Jade Falcon. Compellents don't get cackerels. Speed. Yes, but unfortunately it is technically up thrust, not forward thrust, because one of my ailerons is apparently I snapped one of them off, and yeah, this is... Don't ask me why. It just, this is what works, so. Right now, this is what works, and I wonder, can I... Oh, nope, yeah, no, that... Okay, so I can accelerate. I can accelerate that further, but I can't see where I'm going. Good news, we are heading towards the station. Bad news, I cannot see where we're going. Compellents don't deserve good things. No, they do not. They deserve to be farmed for their LAMs. Which, trust me, I will be getting plenty of soon. Because I plan to just launch LAMs for days. Are you gonna land? Well, I still have use of my... downward thrusters, so that should work. Again, this is nope. Define land. Yeah, that too. Good luck next time Canopus needs a new research for the lace tech. Liao has never done anything bad to Canopus lately. Yeah, okay. That, baby. Yes, I should have repaired the ship. I didn't quite realize how bad it was going to be before I took off, so. Well, yeah, no, this is bad. I didn't think I was going to be doing this, but you know what? Sure. Just trying to pass the time until I get that... Until I can get that quest back. I am here to watch Annika explode. You know what's funny is I haven't exploded this episode. We're overdue for that. We don't need repairs just yet. I'm not getting closer is the problem. Like, I'm technically getting closer, but like... Why would you say that? Because funny, because mean, because I want another shorts. Because at this point, it is just like we're... At this point, it's just, this is... At this point, we've messed up so much that, like, this stream has been almost completely derailed. So we're just... Why? Okay, do we have that quest back up? I don't. I don't want to deal with this. You did die to bugs once, though. I know. I just... This part is disturbing. Alright, let's see if we respawn it. I don't think I'm gonna respawn it. Oh no. I didn't set my spawn at Pyro. Oh, God. Oh, no. Well, yikes. Yep. That's, hey, on the bright side is as soon as we get there, we can take the, we can take that quest, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure we'll be able to grab the gold as soon as we get there, because it'll have been like an hour of me just dying or doing other things non-related to that. So there's something good about all this, I suppose. Not me trying to convince myself that this is fine, but I don't know. This is what happens when my brain is spread between 3 different places. No, I saw that. I saw you just glide. Oh, you're using wheelies. You're using wheelies for sure. You're trying to bring that back. I can appreciate that. No, I can appreciate that. Just dressing business casual, I guess, and just incorporating some wheelies. I can appreciate that. For sure. Don't leave without me. It actually listened. All right, fair enough. All right, so I'm probably gonna grab the constellation, and we're just gonna try and port directly to Starlight spawn. get that sweet, sweet gold. Based on what happened, your brain is spread out across the stars, or at least in that system. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong whatsoever. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can... Hopefully the constellation will be a little bit better for traveling across the system. Hopefully it won't take nearly as long. Because the fighter was kind of slow because it has a smaller QT drive, but...
Nearing next stop.
A girl can hope at this point because it's just gonna take forever, but we'll see. We will see. New Babbage is so weird about its past transport because it's the only place that has like the metro train into an elevator system, as far as I know. I guess Orison has that, but I don't think, like, I don't know if anyone that would set Orison as their home. It's like, yes, it's a cool place. Like, yes, it's the city of the clouds, but no, I would not want to live there. Madam, using your wheelies on the stairs is not a great idea. You know, I'm trying to look out for your safety, that's all.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
What?
Please visit us again. Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
Uh-huh. I have no buttons.
Located in the plaza.
This is new.
Please visit us again.
There are no buttons.
Welcome
there are
to
no
the ASOP
buttons.
Vehicle Retrieval System. Please visit us again.
It's time for a server hop. Because I have no buttons whatsoever. Which I'm assuming means that the server is messed up. Wow, that's a new bug. Haven't seen that one before. I'm gonna treat it like a I'm just gonna treat that like a server, like a grayed out retrieve button, and just see if it spawns me in the hangar. Like, yeah, it happens. It happens, unfortunately. And you know what? As soon as we get in, whether it's a hangar or just we spawn at one of the habs, I guess, we could use a little bit of encouragement. I think we could use a little. Oh, good. We're in the hangar instead of spawning at one of the habs. That's good. I think that we could use a little bit of motivation. And I know just where to find that. And I know just where to find it.
To New Babbage.
To the store.
Hello, and welcome to New Babbage, capital city of microtech. We're creating innovation.
Dun 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 dun. Everyone, meet Rico. Pico.
You can always use your
Pico,
mobile
excuse
if
me.
you want some more details on what we haven't
I
started.
am never good with names. Pico, you're coming with me. Wait, don't ships have a limited repair function? The MFDs could have fixed that thruster. So I don't think it was the thruster. I think it was the aileron. So
Be sure to visit Wally's bar
on the diagram.
Only a quick ride on the metro.
Oh, I was trying to. Okay. It was up here in the corner. Just basically was like. Basically, I think one of my ailerons was messed up. I'm not 100% sure on that one, though.
Vehicle retrieval system.
I think so. I'm not 100% sure.
You enjoyed the rest of your visit.
All right, Pico. I'm gonna set you down for a second, and then.
Tired of travel? Why not rest at the
Claim.
Your
Claim that
vehicle
one.
has been moved to our storage facility. Vehicle
We're
selected.
gonna go ahead and
Stand
get
by.
that out.
Your vehicle has been. Please visit us again.
All right, Pico. You're coming with me. Or a little bit of motivation to help us through this. All right. Into the medium hangar. Day by day. One by one, we reloaded our planes up on the mountain. All day and all through the night. Open sesame. I don't know why I chose to go up this way. Alright. You're gonna go into my backpack for a second because I apparently decided to go through the cargo bay. Why did I do this? I don't know. You think I know? I'm making this up as I go along. Like I'm just here going, oh, this could be fun. Please don't kick me out, baby. Why do you do this? Why? Okay. Pico, I'm gonna set you right here. Okay. Yep, that's fine. Actually, you know what? Could set him in one of the chairs, I think. Yes, I'm going to be a bit pedantic about this because... Alright. Pico, come here. I summon ye with the force. Into the chair of wonders you go. What? Wait, Pico, no. Now the real question is, which ship is best for ramming? Idris. What? No, Can I not put him in the chair? Can I not put Pico in the chair? Is that not a thing? No, why? I want to put Pico in the co-pilot's seat. I guess I'll put him up here. Sorry, buddy. What? Wait, what? Why is he over here? I didn't want to get into the co-pilot's seat. No. Still love that me and a buddy managed to steal and store an Idris the other day. Oh, I'm sure it's brick to hell, but I mean, hear me out for a second. What? I didn't drop him. I didn't drop him. Why is it? We're about to get a server error, aren't we? Is he? Okay. Yeah, I think it's a server error because, like, I can't pick him up and... Or he's just bugged out completely. It's brick to hell, but it's in the hangar. Still a hangar trophy. Okay. I have a suggestion for you. If you want to, try swapping out all the parts in the ship, and as far as I know, the ship should work, because the only things that are bricked are the components. Now again, this could be outdated information. This is just a theory on my part, but Ani just used a plushie to kill the server. Oh, probably. I saw you do it too. I clipped it. Good afternoon, Ani. I hope you're having a good day so far. We're trying, Griffin. We're trying. I was this close to selling the gold off of a ship. And then the game took away my ship, all the gold, and left me out in space. So, yeah, and it's just kind of been downhill for that. I think he's haunted. Probably. Let's be real. It's just a haunted. Oh, I know for certain. This Emporium here. This one is haunted by the Atlas that I left behind. Annika was close to getting gold, and then she made comedy gold. Instead of making money in game, I made a short that's probably gonna be that'll be funny for some people to watch. The game is run by compellents. They heard what you said, so they took the ship and the gold. Probably. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody up in CGI was compellant. But yeah, I wonder if you're able to spot the components on the Idris, then you might be able to get it to work. Anka, if you want your gold back, you must raise your social credit score. You are morally bankrupt at the moment. Oh, don't worry. Oh, don't worry. It's gonna get even worse from here. I'm about to steal so much gold and flood all of the markets with gold. Everyone's gonna be running all over the place going, I swear I just checked this website and it said that it was good, so I could go sell a little bit of gold that I mined. Like, why is it just absolutely flooded with gold? Don't worry, she's going for a negative integer overflow. Yes, that is correct. It's gonna go so far into the negatives. that because it's a 32-bit integer, it'll overflow back into the positives. Or something like that. I don't really know how that works. But yeah, having an Idris is, especially even if it's just a trophy hanger at that point, is still really cool. Because unfortunately, there's not too many ways to really get one right now other than just... I think the Idris, you either get it through Loco, which is... that's a hefty bit of grinding, or signed or unsigned. Who knows? Who knows? I'm curious. How much does an Star Citizen? I don't even want to know the oh no, there are people trying to sell their accounts. That's a no-no. So it's looking like the kits go for like 400. Again, this is on the gray market, so take it with a grain of salt. Also, this website's trying to sell accounts, so I don't want to be on that website at all. So yeah, it's bloody expensive, but again, you can earn that in game, so it's more than I can say for the Ironclad anyways, right now anyways. I am looking forward to being able to buy a Ironclad. The amount of cargo space in that thing is surreal. Do you know how much mischief I can get up to with that? Like, the only thing it needs is a medical bay. And I know I've said that about a lot of ships, but right now, there really isn't a ship that can be... I want a ship that I can use as, like, an MFB, essentially. I want to be able to go across the stars and, like, be able to spawn on my ship. Almost like the, I think the only one that's close to that is the, I think the only one that has that capability is the Carrick, I think. I want to say the Carrick had a medical bay, but I'm not 100% sure. I mean, it's at 25 mil anyway, so I'm gonna have to do this quest a few times. And again, probably best I do this more towards the day, because this server's currently I am on an Australian server. Now, the reason I would prefer an Australian server over US is because, well, most of the people on the US server are very, very toxic, first off. I don't know why, but every time I jump into a US server, it seems like a fight club, only with toxic vitriol towards people. But also, the Australian servers seem to be more stable, and they have a little bit more overhead because there's not too many players on it. Annika is confirmed to be an Aussie. Oi, you can't be riding that emu around. Don't you know it's already caused 2 wars that we've lost? I would not want to live in Australia. Y'all are, for the most part, from what I've seen from the people here on Star Citizen at least, y'all seem to be nice people, and I appreciate that. It's just the amount of dangerous wildlife you put up with is insane. Like, I know the US has its fair share, right? But they lost 2 wars to an emu. And then you also have kangaroos as well, which are just absolutely terrifying. It's like they will walk up to a lion and they will literally just kick them in the ribs. It's like, oh no, they're like, the kangaroos won't necessarily kill them on the spot because of that, but I mean, lion's gonna have a couple of broken ribs and then probably be down later. So yeah, it's gonna be more. Are we talking about roos or emus? Both. Not to mention the spiders, venomous snakes and whatnot. No, I'm both are actually monsters. I would consider the emu to be like, kangaroos can box people if you put gloves on them. See, I don't need to tempt fate. I don't want to tempt fate. I'm just like, no, I'm not going to be near a kangaroo unless it's like at a zoo. Even if that's like, I would rather one of the petting zoos, and I hope that they treat them well and all that. I love how they had to edit an episode of Peppa Pig because it was teaching kids not all spiders are scary. In Australia, that's not always the case. Most of them are, like, and they're physically larger. Some of them, not all of them, but still. It's like, personally, I don't want to deal with that. Like, I'm just like, I'm good. You can sort that out. And also, the heat wave here in the States has been bad enough. I feel like Australia would be worse. Learn about kangaroos in the Legend of Zelda Oracle of Season. You use them to ride around and punch them. Literally, guys, they literally kick people with both hands and feet. That's just, yeah, no, because one like strong kick from the legs and you're done. You're done. Like I said, it's enough to punch out a rib cage on a lion. I don't think humans are gonna fare that much better. Like, yes, you might be able to be rushed to the hospital, but you're gonna be like that one guy who had all of his ribs removed. And I'm gonna switch the topic because I'm getting kind of squeamish on that one. Just a tad bit. It is not a very comfy, not a very comfortable topic on that one. Although I'm pretty sure that person did it for, I'm pretty sure they did that for a bit on YouTube. So, hydration check. You know what? I have water here. So you know what? A hydration check you shall get. That was the entire water bottle. And I'm gonna have to take care of that later, but for now, we shall continue pirating. I still love kangaroos, I won't lie. I think they're cool. I think they're cool. I think they're cool over there, you know? Like, they're fascinating creatures. But much like the dinosaur, I want to be not on the island with them. Water bottle ASMR. Well, with my setup, yeah, it's basically just like basically all you hear is a little bit of crunch. Oh God, that's peaking the mic. I've actually thought about, releasing a video, like an ASMR video, like a lot of other, admittedly, a lot of other VTubers have done that. I'm not sure how to incorporate the Battletech feel, but I feel like there's gotta be some way to make that work. I don't know, it'd be worth like messing around with it. What kind of ASMR? I feel like it would be, I feel like it would be more catered towards the Battletech community. I think it would be. That or like Star Citizen, just like I want it to be catered towards one of those Battle Mech ASMR. Blue Nova, you're not wrong. Hold on. No, you have a point there. You might actually be onto something there. I could work with the Bitching Betty voice and do something with that. No voice sound effects. No voices, sound effects from only a MechWarrior 5 mission. I feel like if I was gonna use sounds, I would use I would use either MechWarrior 2 or MechWarrior 3. Those sounds are more iconic. Not to say that MechWarrior 5 did bad. I'm just like also I can rip those sounds directly from the game. Like you can unpack the game. I used to have a tool for MechWarrior 3 that was able to rip the sounds from the game. I forget how I did it, but MechWarrior 2 sound effects of the bomb. Yes. Especially with Bitch and Betty, because basically all of the mech's sound effects, or like Bitch and Betty's voice lines, are just clips. Like, there's an entire video on YouTube that has all like the voice lines, and what they did was just basically stack them like one after another. So basically, for example, trying to get the voice, 1 second. You have fled from combat. Cowardice will not be tolerated. Mission failed. Those two were two different clips. So you had the cowardice clip, and then you have the mission failed clip. So essentially, they were just stacked, like one right after the other. My vote is for MechWarrior 2 sound effects. We'll try a video with that. We'll see how that goes. I don't know how that's going to turn out. Okay, so Pico grew legs, and well, I guess Pico already had legs, but you know what? I'm not gonna. No, we're just no. We're too far into this to question things anymore. We're dealing with Star Citizen here. It just works. Again, it just works. I knew it was cursed or possessed. Pretty much. Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal. Welcome in, Pineapple King. How we doing today? I think almost everyone's here. The only person I haven't seen so far is Pure Tides, which is kind of odd. And no, I haven't done anything before anybody asks. No, I did not ban him over the Halo Studios debacle or nothing like that. But like, wait, Pure's missing? As far as I know, yeah. Okay. Look at the screen. Current location. Current regen location. Starlight Clinic. I'm saying this specifically. I'm like, I know for certain I put that there. You did what to Pure Tides? I didn't do anything. I did not. I did not do anything. Sold some supplies last week. Where in the galaxy is Pure Tides? I don't know. Yeah, but Dawn, the tides are look, Rams. I don't know if tides have gone out that far, but they certainly aren't here, so I don't know. Cockpit Anthony. Maybe he took my offer for long porch seriously. Don't know. Did the Roomba's mutiny capture him again, or is it the smart fridges this time? I don't know, but I don't want anything to do with that. Also, this is another version of that. I should have pointed this out as well. This is a contract for stims, so you can basically sell it same way. The gold it's done, but, okay, yep, here it is. Here it is. We're gonna take the Connie. We're gonna stuff it into the... I was you know what? It doesn't matter. I'm gonna stuff it into the hole near the base and it's gonna be fine. Honestly, at this point, as far as I am into my VTuber career, I've probably said enough stuff that's, sexual. Like, I mean, shoot. Not like I didn't have that one clip, with Sergeant Johnson, but, you know, whatever. I was mostly losing my mind that Halo Studios did that to my favorite game, and I still don't know where in the world Halo Studios got the audacity to release a game like that. Because again, even if it isn't AI, as much as everyone in the comments of the short wanted to believe, which again, a lot of those people who, actually every single one of them, didn't provide any sort of evidence as to the contrary. Like again, I had sources for that clip, and like, hell, Halo Studios said it themselves, we use AI. And also my thrusters just... Okay, that was weird. I'm gonna set the... Cancel the navigation there. Oh, I know what the ladies like. Look at the bright side, kid. You get to keep all the money. Steve Harvey looking poltergeist. Pretty much, yeah. It's like, I don't know where Halo Studios gets the audacity to sell that game for what's essentially $50 or $70 if you want the skins. Now, I was a little bit mistaken. If you had pre-ordered the game, you did get the Master Chief skin. I didn't know that. So technically I would have gotten the original armor for that before I refunded the whole thing. But I don't know where Halo Studios gets the audacity to sell that for $50 when the original Halo Combat Evolved is abandonware. And now technically you can't get it off abandonware anymore because they try to say, hey, you know, it's not abandonware anymore, quote unquote, but you can still find it. You can still find copies of Halo Combat Evolved, and you can still get the product key for it. There's generators out there for the keys. Like, you can play the original game as it was meant to be from Gearbox, or, and I recommend this actually a little bit more, I actually recommend that you emulate the Xbox version. It takes a little bit more setup, but trust me, it's worth it. Because the original Xbox version has the actual graphics the way it was intended to be played. And again, it's on the same website. Again, I can't necessarily say where that is, but I'm sure there's an archive, wink wink, laying around somewhere. I didn't say what it was. I didn't say where it is. I'm not helping you find it, wink wink, but it's there. Cursed Halo has how it was intended to be played. I want to show you something. If I can get this to work. Rejected. Rejected shotgun. Okay, okay. It works. Actually, you know what? I know we're midstream and whatnot, but just amid everything. But you know what? This is what the Halo community is working on.
I spent the last 6 months creating a single mod for Halo 3, the biggest.
6 months, and he's coming up with stuff like this. I'm not going to show the entire thing. I will link the video here in a second.
Link comes in. All right, dip. You see, each Spire's shield can be disabled, removing their protection from the outside and causing an Albatross dropship to launch down back at our base with this beauty inside it, the MAC target designator. With this thing in hand and some teammates to help deliver it, all it would take is 10 seconds inside the enemy Spire to achieve a lock from orbit. All right, get ready?
And we're going to skip a little bit.
The Spire from point blank range, and it didn't stand a chance. Yeah, I got it on right now. Oh, damn, we just... They blew up our tower! Our tower's down!
So yeah, that's what the Halo community is working on. Oops, sorry about that. And again, let me I don't know what it is with Streamlabs. I'm about to switch back over to OBS. I just, yeah. Okay, we should be live again. Sorry about that. But yeah, that's what the rest. I think she touched the coconut. Yes, I accidentally deleted the coconut from the files, Streamlabs, and it just absolutely detonated everything. What? Why? Who are you? Oh, you're just an NPC. Okay, we're fine. Do not want to lower my shields, that's for sure. Not the load-bearing coconut. Yup. If a handful of inspired individuals can do that, why can't a professional studio do better? It's because there's a lot of talented developers there. Actually, okay. There's a handful of talented developers surrounded by people who don't know what they're doing, don't care to know what they're doing there. And then the management is so thick because there's just so many people at that studio. They have middle managers, the upper managers, HR, and it becomes so sterilized and devoid of any sort of creativity that it's money over anything else. And it has to be so big in the return because the investment is so big. You can't make a game at that point because you're basically running a marathon while choking yourself. Like, it's just not going to work out. You're strangling the breath that you need in order to get to the finish line. It's like any sort of advantage, any sort of training that you did with professionals is not going to help you when you're strangling yourself to the finish line. And already you had I don't remember the person who originally ran the marathon, but the first marathon, but it was, I want to say it was an Olympic soldier, a 3,000 error, 30K error. No, no, please don't tell me that I'm screwed for the quest. So, I explained it to somebody today, but the Halo game was designed by a committee. Yes. 30K, let's blame Horace. I haven't had a 30K error in a long time. This game is cursed today. It's what I get for doing, it's what I get for playing, like, this late in the afternoon. Because, like, it's usually when people get back, they start playing a little bit more, especially during a free fly event, so it was bound to happen, and hopefully it doesn't. Okay, we are at Pyro. We still have the quest. I don't know why it's... Oh, I was implanted into the ceiling. You know what? Sure, that's fine. Should be able to quantum to my corpse quotation. Oh, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that on YouTube. Like I care, but like, I'm sure YouTube will have its feathers ruffled by that. Which is really insensitive. I find that if you soften the language that you use in order to describe something, you're not giving that topic the gravity that it deserves. If we can't, as humans, communicate with the gravity that these subjects require, because there's a time for fun and games. There's times where something serious needs to be discussed. And that's 30K. Okay. Nope. I know why everything's so glitchy around Annika. She is the ghost. The stream from last week gave her a game over. Well, okay. I think it's I'm trying to stream and it's just, yeah, no, it's not. No. I think we're done here, but I did want to finish my thought on that. We'll try this again another day. I'm not fussed about it. But when it comes to YouTube, I am very, actually, not even just YouTube, YouTube, Twitch, I am very disappointed with how they handle those sorts of subjects, because I should not have to soften my language. In fact, it's detrimental to the people who are affected by that, because now I have to soften the language and I don't give the full gravity of those topics. Like, again, I can't necessarily say it because YouTube, but like any of those sensitive topics, any of those topics I can't give gravity to. And when it comes to the topics of like death or the very real things that happen, I can't give them that gravity because I have to soften my language in order to have that message spread across the platform. And I know that YouTube doesn't have any, what's the word I'm looking for? Dignity about that. I know they don't have any shame, but that's pretty low. Anyways, off topic, have you ever played Red Dead Faction Guerrilla? It's an old classic. I have played a little bit of it. I do have the remastered game. I'd be down to play at some point, but I haven't really played it like that much, so. There's a saying, I'm paraphrasing, censoring a book because it offends people, like saying a grown man can't have a steak because a baby can't chew it. Yeah, and it's not actually because of that. It's that it's because that YouTube wants to make money and be advertiser friendly to a sore extent. And I get that, like, you need to make money as a platform, but you have to stand your ground. You have to stand for what you believe in. And unfortunately, YouTube doesn't believe in that. So we do what we can anyways. Another one you need to play is Lego Indiana Jones. I am looking forward to that one. That was recommended at the end of the Far Country clip. Get it? It sucks. Every platform does it. Thank you for the stream. Of course, Northern Sales. But I want to thank Womon Pompon, Blue Nova, Alpha, Pineapple King. Let's see here. Ramps. Let's see here. Who else was here today? Righteous. The Angry Militant. And again, thank you for the $10 gift. That was sweet of you. Thank you. Coven Splotch BT. It's good to see you. Let's see here. Fella. Northern Sales. Griffin. CM Kite. Gray Armor. Northern Sales. Cozy Moose. I want to say thank you to all of you pilots. Whether you're in chat or just lurking in the background, I want to say thank you to each and every single one of you. It's always a pleasure to fight by your side. And as always, this has been Call Sign Oni-chan. Signing out.